90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days star Cleo Corain is dating someone new after her heartbreaking split with Christian Allgood. Autistic trans woman Cleo from London first starred in season 6 with the American man from Minnesota. Christian had met Cleo while scrolling through his Instagram. They started as friends and eventually met in person for the first time on the show. Christian refused to show intimacy towards Cleo because his family and friends were against him dating a trans woman. When Cleo and Christian were intimate, he told the producers it never happened. Christian disrespected Cleo by flirting with other women in front of her. He also invited a random woman he met at a bar to Cleo's apartment for Thanksgiving. However, Cleo didn't want to give up on their love, despite the world telling her to break up with Christian due to his questionable behavior. The introverted Cleo gave him multiple chances. In the end, the 32-year-old had to make the difficult decision to end the relationship when Christian told her he felt trapped and was questioning his feelings for her. In October 2023, Cleo announced the shocking news of her split with Christian. Cleo addressed rumors surrounding their relationship status at the time and told her fans that they were no longer together. As per Cleo, she and Christian could not deal with the complexities of a long-distance relationship which was on a public scale. Cleo had asked for privacy and maintained that the love between her and Christian was not entirely lost. However, she mentioned that they had very different personalities and emotional needs. The breakup had been excruciatingly painful for the 90-Day Fiancé couple. 2 months had passed when Cleo began teasing her new relationship on her Instagram. Cleo had a new man in her life. She first shared a picture of her holding hands with a man. A different photo was Cleo's selfie showing her sipping a cocktail, and a third was again her fingers interlocked with a man's hand. Cleo was being cryptic by not adding any caption to the post, but just a few days later, she confirmed that the mystery man was none other than Christian. As expected, Cleo's followers had been unhappy about her decision to reconcile with Christian. Christian had shaved his hair off to hide his receding hairline and was growing out a full beard. Christian also wore thick glasses in his new pictures. By January 2024, Cleo teased an engagement with Christian by posting casual photos of her hand with a rock on her ring finger. Unfortunately, the relationship didn't last long this time either. Cleo had posted a troubling message on Instagram which was a lengthy goodbye letter to her loved ones. Christian assured fans that Cleo was doing well. Cleo later announced that she decided to end the relationship after a very difficult situation. While trying to get over Christian in the next few months, Cleo decided to undergo gender-affirming surgery. She asked fans for donations and finally decided to get help after struggling for 11 years. She wanted to be able to afford procedures like endocrinologist visits, laser hair removal, and voice therapy. Cleo raised around $11,698 out of the $44,325 that she needed. Cleo's fundraiser wasn't as popular as Michael Elisami's. Her followers told her that her situation couldn't be termed as an emergency and that she was manipulating the show's viewers and profiting off them. It didn't stop Cleo from flying to Texas in June 2024. Cleo kept her face under bandages for the longest time, but when she took them off, Cleo's supporters couldn't believe how different she looked. And still the beautiful Cleo who'd appeared in B90. Cleo called it her first life-saving surgery. Cleo had undergone facial feminization surgery. 3 centimeters of baldness was removed from each side of her forehead. Cleo's brow bone was shaved off along with 2 cm of her Adam's apple was also shaved. Cleo's upper lip was lifted to give her a doll-like pout. In September 2024, Cleo shared a sweet photo with a mystery woman with both of them sitting up in bed holding each other. Cleo wrote a long caption. She wrote, "Depending on things, when I'm ready to, I'll talk." She added that life's too short for one to have people around that make one feel disposable and gain some twisted pleasure in emotionally torturing you. It may have been Christian that Cleo was referring to. She called it the most challenging month of her entire life but also added, "Love you at Queen Velveteen for truly being you. I love you forever." Cleo's new girlfriend is Queen Velveteen, who is a singer based in London. Her Spotify bio mentions that her name is Velveteen Walker and that, from an early age, she was inspired by Celine Dion and Prince to write and perform music in her early teenage years. She lived in cities like Los Angeles and New York City before settling in London. Velveteen's debut song is called BDB. She also does modeling as a side job and has worked for well-known brands such as Mulberry and Xbox. It appears Cleo and Velveteen make a perfect match.